So I think, Janai, I don't think you ever been to one of our sessions before, but so every Tuesday we do a life skills session, and so for the past 3 weeks we've covered different different letters in the craft change process, and the craft acronym is catch yourself, relax, assess, focus, think, decide, and act. And so for last week for assess, we talked about what are equipment, tools, and stuff you need to survive on an island for 7 days, and making decisions and analyzing your problems. And so today, guys, we're going to be focusing on focus. And so to speak of focus, does anyone know what focus mean, or in the definition can provide some sort of context behind that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Focus is to pay attention and
Right. Pay attention. Can anyone think of a game that we could play to be focused? Like any game, like outdoors, at home, to concentrate or focus? So just kind of my definition of what focus means is paying attention, having like a clear vision of what you want to do, and also something like kind of a pinnacle or something, a center of interest where you're very narrowed onto it, right? Very targeted towards. And that's my definition of focus. But also with that, you want to sometimes we talk about all this like focus and attention. You also want to focus on your inner self, right? Your inner coach. Want to focus on your feelings, how you feel as well, because if one day you feel angry, and you're angry, you don't want to let other people or show that you're angry to other people as well, or outburst on them. So if you know that you're angry, you got to learn how to kind of relax, right? Catch yourself. So different activities you guys could do to practice this is, puzzle games to focus on concentration, figuring out the pieces, memory games, kind of like flashcards, and then timed activities like building the highest construction tower within 5 minutes, or playing chess or checkers, having 1 minute to make a decision. That's very focused on quick thinking. So I don't think all you guys were here last week, but we talked about creating a vision board, and these were our 6 vision board categories. One being your personal goals, professional goals, what inspires you, what would you like to see happen or change within your household, like your family, how would you like to see your community better, and travel and experiences. So I think instead of everyone sharing them, if you guys did make it, like Lucas and Lola, you guys were here last week, if you guys did make it, you guys could share it with us. If you didn't, we'll just have everyone go down the line and share their 6 topics with us. And then I'll just go first to kind of give you guys a quick demonstration how this works. So it's JP's vision board. So if you guys see, one of my personal goals here is I'm into housing and real estate and stuff like that. So one thing I like to do for our personal goal is to own real estate, right? For my professional goal, I think for me, helping other students, other kids, kind of be mentors and guiding them through the right path is a nice professional goal for me. And that's why I'm in the job I'm in now, teaching students how to play tennis, but also deal with stress and trauma and all that stuff. And who inspires me? Does anyone watch basketball? Any basketball players over here? Lucas, shake your head a little bit. So if you guys don't know this guy right here, that's Jeremy Lin. He's one of my favorite basketball players. I don't know if you guys heard of the time of Lin Sanity. If you guys haven't, you guys should look that up. It was a cool piece where basically this basketball player, really underrated. No one talked about him. He was a bench player, and all of a sudden he came out of nowhere, scoring 30 points for 7 straight games. for like a good stint. So that's why it inspires me, because he has resilience, he doesn't give up, and he perseveres through his different obstacles. And then for family, I see my family to be more like lower middle class, and one of my goals is to get my family more into middle class and even higher than that. So that's how I would like to see change. And then for community, I would that's why I work for Strive 365, because our vision, I would like to see striving to eliminate childhood trauma. And so that's kind of what I would like to see in our community more nowadays. And then our travel or experiences, on the bottom right corner, I would like to go to uh, I think that was Thailand. I put or Thailand. If you got, it's PP Island. It's this tropical place island that you guys could go to. Super nice waters, and that's where I would like to go to if I had a choice to pick. So this is my vision board, and this really kind of strives you to focus on your future and your goals. And so anyone want to take a stab at it?
I didn't make one, but I can.
All right, cool. Let's go, AJ.
So I guess for a personal goal, maybe to be like a better chef and learn how to make more things.
Cool.
And a professional goal, I want to be a cardiologist. Who inspires me? My dad and my tennis coaches and family. What is something you like to see happen? Probably just visit my family more often. Yeah. And
Okay.
maybe what is something you like to see happen or change? I don't know. I'm not sure for number 5.
Okay.
And travel experience. Where would you like to travel? Oh, I want to go to Hawaii.
Hey.
And what would you like to do? Eat food in Hawaii.
Eat food in Hawaii. Cool. That's cool. Thanks for sharing, AJ. Anyone else want to share your vision board or take a stab at it? You guys don't have to answer all the questions. Anna, I see you guys pointing at each other over there. It'll be fun. It's a fun, engaging activity.
My personal goal is to procrastinate less.
Okay.
Professional goal, I would like to do something in like the science field, like neurology or something, maybe psychology. A lot of people inspire me, like my family, I guess, and my friends, people I know. I would like to see my family grow, I guess, and do more things for other people, I guess. I would like our community to also grow, because I feel like not a lot of people know about our community. We're like very closed and like divided. And I would like to go to Vietnam because I read a book about it and it seemed really cool.
Oh, thanks for sharing. And I like your baby Yoda.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else? This is fun. It's like show and tell. Lucas and Lola, you guys thinking about it? You guys can do it together if you like.
No.
Janaya. Oh, where'd she go? She left?
Yeah, she had something she had to take care of.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, she just messaged me.
All right, cool.
I can go real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Is there any way you can get it off a screen share? Because I don't know how to make it so I can see my screen, like my own stuff.
Oh, yeah. You have your own thing?
Yeah. It's not as artistic, but I got
Okay, no, that's cool. All right. I'm going to stop my share.
All right, so this is my vision board. I think you guys should be able to see it because I think I'm screen sharing. So at the top, I put my personal goal, which is be better today than I was yesterday and better tomorrow than I was today. Always trying to do better than the day beforehand. So that's my personal goal. Professional goal is right below that and to the right. If you guys don't recognize the scene, this is a scene from Coach Carter. Great movie, basketball movie, but it's a lot about being a mentor and uplifting your community. So that's definitely a professional goal of mine, and something I definitely looked up to as a kid. Let's see, inspirational people. I think just members of my own family are like super inspirational. A lot of my family members have gone through tough times and persevered, so I definitely look to them for advice and to kind of carry me through. Just to the right of that, there's the Australian Open, AO. So that's where I would love to visit is Australia, partially just to watch tennis. But the other part is just kind of explore that area. See some kangaroos in real life, maybe get punched by one, I don't know. And then bottom left corner, we got a bunch of people from the same community kind of reaching together, growing together. It's not something we can do right now in person, but through Zooms and stuff like that, it's definitely possible. Online communication is so cool. But yeah, just like kind of like Ayana said, it's tough to like I remember back in the day when you would watch a black and white TV. I think I had a black and white TV. I imagine myself having one, but like where you can go to your neighbor and ask for a cup of sugar. Like that just doesn't happen. Like I live in an apartment complex. I couldn't tell you a single person's name at all. Like it's weird, right?
Right.
So I think it'd be cool to increase kind of community connectivity. And then one thing that I would kind of hope for my family members and myself is to work on getting out of debt. That's a huge burden as you grow up, and even when you're a kid, you can kind of see the effects of debt. So that's one of the ones that I thought would be nice, is not even just to completely get rid of debt, but just to be able to manage it better,
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen share, and then we can get back to JP soon.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for sharing. So it's kind of fun, right? Because you kind of get to find out a little bit more about each other and just how everybody feels and stuff like that, too. So if you go a little bit more in depth, you get to know each other a little bit more. But this activity is really just kind of help you guys focus on, what you guys what you guys want to do in the future, right? Because you guys are always, sometimes people are always thinking about the now, but you don't have time to always think about, setting goals for yourself, short-term, long-term goals, learning from mistakes. And so, we really just want you guys to kind of focus and narrow in on yourself and how you can self-improve, how you can better yourself, how you can train yourself mentally. So next step is we're going to watch this quick clip. It's 5 lessons from Roger Federer. Okay? You guys know who he is, right?
Of Roger Federer, but we can learn from his mental approach to tennis and to life. Federer is arguably the game's greatest shot maker, but he can also be a profound point maker. So this week we're going to highlight 5 life lessons from Roger in his own words. Number 5, learn from loss. The 17-time Grand Slam champion has won more majors than any man. But Fed says learning from loss is more illuminating than celebrating wins.
And I think also losses make you stronger. It's important to learn out of those mistakes, and then you become better and a better player. You work harder, a light goes up in your head and you're like, you know what, I think I understand now what I need to improve.
Constant quest to improve. For Federer, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse, because the competition is always improving.
I always question myself in the best of times, even when I was world number 1 for many, many weeks and months in a row. At certain times during the year I said, what can I improve? What do I need to change? Because if you don't do anything or you just do the same thing over and over again, you stay the same. and staying the same means going backwards because the other guys are working hard and improving. So I always needed to find ways to improve my game as well.
Number 3, targeting goals translates to success. Fed says it's all about passion and purpose. He says maintaining a master plan and targeting short-term and long-term goals are crucial to his success.
I don't think it's enough just to love it and then just to do it and go out and win it. It's not that simple. You need to have structured goals. You need to tell yourself, okay, what are my goals for the short term? What are my goals for the long term? Now that I've accomplished almost everything, I'm supposed to go out on the tennis court thinking, let's just play free, just hit the ball, who cares, you know? But this is not how you're going to win matches because it comes down to margins, and you have to be so clear in your mind exactly what you want to do and what you want to achieve. And for me, it doesn't work without any goals, without any targets. I cannot compete properly.
Number 2, keep calm under stress. Believe it or not, Roger Federer wasn't always the calm competitor we see today. Early on, he had a bit of a wild side, something he talked about with Charlie Rose after he won the 2004 U.S. Open.
I screamed, I swore, I threw my racket, I acted bad, everything is against me, you know, I can't play in these conditions. I would always speak very, very negative, you know.
Yeah. And how did you overcome it?
Well, all my coaches have always told me, listen, you gotta relax, otherwise you can't play. You're losing way too much energy on these little things, you know. So
Federer says his transformation came from channeling positive energy into his game and himself.
Actually, it was only myself who could tell myself, now, Roger, you have to calm down. Otherwise, it's not gonna last because you were losing way too much energy. And I started to feel embarrassed at times, you know, playing on a center court and throwing my racket, breaking them, and hitting balls all over the place. And so I stopped, and I'm really focused.
And number 1, play to your strength and believe in yourself.
In tennis, working on your weaknesses makes you maybe an overall complete player, but you won't be dangerous anymore, you know? So I think you can sometimes relate to that in some businesses as well. That's why I like to work on the strength, and it's really helped me throughout my career.
Roger says his 2003 French Open first round loss was a pivotal point in his career. While some wrote him off, he says he got very motivated. And of course, we all know that's when he came back to win Wimbledon in his very next major.
Was I always going to be the talent that was never going to have the big results? That was when I lost first round in 2003 at the French Open. I went on to win Wimbledon, and the rest is history.
All right, guys. So those are Roger Federer's 5 life lessons tips. But I feel like a lot of that stuff kind of resonates with like focusing on, you know, what you want to do, right? But does anyone want to just kind of comment, like, did it resonate to you guys in any sort of way at all?
I like the point about working on the things that you need to improve, but also really recognizing what your strengths are and playing to those strengths. We all can't be good at everything. We all can't be, you know, great at everything academically, or all of us great at cooking or great at sports, at running. But if you know what you're good at, and then you can build yourself around that, that's really important. So I like the point.
Thanks for sharing, Beth. I also like the part where they said, you know, I know everyone's, when you guys play a tennis match, right? You guys get really frustrated and you think a little bit too much. That kind of goes back to like catch yourself and relax. And what he said was like, you know, you have to relax and stay calm and be positive, right? That's kind of like your inner coach speaking to yourself. And so I think that was a really good way for, even in life, like when things are stressful, you have to learn how to be positive, stay relaxed. Same thing on the court. If you're down by 2 points, stay calm and relax and play out that next point and just focus on that 1 point. So I thought that stood out. Along with that, you know, creating like short and long-term goals, whether if you want to get a, you know, 4.0 in high school or middle school, so you could go to a better college. Short-term goal would be, you know, getting better grades now. And then long-term goal is finding a college that you want to go to. Even a longer college goal than that is finding a college you want to go to so you could graduate to get a job that you want to work at, right? So I think those were a couple of things that resonated with me. Yeah, and then like just like tennis itself, like if you guys lose a match, that doesn't really necessarily mean nothing, but as long as you're learning something from that match and how you can improve, it's just like self-reflecting, and if you're able to do that, you're winning as well. All right, so this next activity, you're almost at last two, is, you know, where do you see yourself in 10 years? So it's 2020. Where do you see yourself in 2030? So you may be like 11, 12, 13. You guys are be like in the 20 areas. So if we have everybody share, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I guess I'll go first. So in 10 years for me, I think I'll see myself, I'll be kind of old now. I'll be a little bit older. I'll have a family with some kids. They'd probably be like 2 or 3 years old only. But for me, I feel like I would be, I'll probably be moved out. I'll probably be living like Minnesota, because one of my goals is to kind of explore cities outside of where I was born at. So I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I want to go explore Minnesota and like live in a different state. So in 10 years, I see myself doing that, but also having a family. But also with that, you know, I might be pursuing more higher education as well. So that's what I see myself 10 years. I heard Lucas and Lola talking. Did you guys wanted to go? Were you guys brainstorming on that something? Go ahead.
So in 10 years and 6 days, I'd be 22. And I feel like if I try hard enough, I would be a professional soccer player.
Cool. Definitely achievable, right? Set short-term and long-term goals, right? And as long as you have your vision, then you could work on that goal to get to where you want to. Thanks for sharing, Lola. Lucas? Also, did anyone think that when Federer's hair was really long, it looked like Lucas's hair too when he let his hair out?
Passing resemblance for sure. Passing resemblance.
That's funny.
I have a job.
You'll have a job? All right. Who else we got? Shamaya, AJ.
I can go.
Go ahead.
In 10 years, I'll be in college.
Yeah.
Any college in mind?
In mine, University of Pennsylvania or UCLA.
Nice. Is there a reason why specifically, or is it's just like a good school you heard or something?
University of Pennsylvania, because it's in Pennsylvania, and that's where my dad grew up. So. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And anyone else want to share?
I'll share.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be in college in 10 years.
What college, you know?
No, I don't know.
Okay, but you know you're going to college. I lost connection. You guys see this?
See?
All right, so this is the stress point survey. It focuses on focus, right? So, you know, put your name, your grade, the organization you're from. So you do MTF. What is one goal you have for this summer? So you guys can input it in there. What is one goal you have for next school year? you could be getting good at tennis or getting good at cooking. And 3 years from now, what are you doing? Where are you? So what are you doing for 3 years? And then what is your vision for 10 years, which you kind of talked about. So when you guys get a chance, I want you guys to fill that out for me. So it'll be some data for us, and we'll share it with you guys next week as well.